Yeah, he's getting hot.
Oh, I've got a bit of fat wood processed, and then some firewood prepped. Is that your contribution, Dee?
Yeah.
Bit of moss.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. That's really helpful.
Pretty much. I'll just bung up there.
Get a bit more of this fat wood on there. Smoking black, isn't it?
That's the oil in it at the bark. Gets me as well when people say it's a nice smell. It isn't. Pine's nice, certainly, bones, but I'm not really keen on the birch bark. Everything's so dry that it's nice.
I think we're going. That's all you can do, to be honest.
Mate, that's it.
So that's all it starts, and then on the back of his leg,
Right.
either a bit of flint or a bit of glass somewhere.
Oh, right.
But anyhow,
He's all right now,
dog,
though,
it's just,
yeah.
oh, he's still.
Oh, he's young, isn't he?
Hi campers, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another video. I'm filming the intro a little bit later than my previous videos. I've walked into camp, got here, set up, got the fire going. You can see DesCattys rear end there. And John's just over there too. It's mid-morning now, I think. Yeah, 10 to 11. Got here about 6:30ish. Had a cup of tea and been chewing the fat, catching up. Not seen Des for a while, so it's good to catch up. And just enjoying this glorious weather. It's really nice. It's nice to get back out into the woods, especially when it's like this as well. All the bluebells and all the greenery starting to shoot back up again. It's really nice. But I'll show you my setup in a moment. I'll talk you through that in a bit. But the plan for today really is just to chill out around the fire, drink tea. I've got a bit of chestnut with me, a bit of green chestnut, because about, I don't know, a quarter of a mile away there's a chestnut coppice, and some contractors are in there at the moment doing some felling and some coppicing of the chestnut, and there's tons and tons of it all lying around. So I've pinched a bit, purely for the purposes of carving, which is going to be what I'm going to do today. And I'm also going to do a bit of charring as well. I'm going to make some char cloth, and I might try charring some punk wood as well. There's a bit of that lying around with some recently felled pine trees that were rotting, so I'm going to have a play about with that. I've got a growler in the bag as well. I'm going to get my growler out later and show you that. That'll be something for the evening. I'll get my growler out. Yeah, it's hopefully going to be a nice chilled camp, and I've got some nice food as well because it's Easter. It's Saturday today, or the Easter weekend. Do you call that Easter Saturday? I don't know. I've just had some hot cross buns earlier for breakfast, and I'm gonna, because it's Easter weekend, I'm gonna cook up some lamb later as well. And inspired by Rich Cotton Bud Media once again for that. I saw him cooking some lamb in one of his recent videos, and I thought, oh, that looks nice. That looks very nice. So I'm not going to do what he did in the Trangia. I'm going to have a bit of a barbecue later and cook up some lamb and halloumi kebabs, I think is the plan. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, should be nice. Also, just now I want to say hello to my eldest nephew Lloyd. Give him a little bit of a shout out. He's out camping this weekend. He's out on a campsite nearby, on the coastline almost. And yeah, Lloyd, I hope you're enjoying your camp. No doubt catch up with you soon. And I'm going to get you out in a wild camp soon, Lloyd, as well. So I'm going to get you up here in a hammock or something. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking there, and then I'll bring you back and show you my shelter.
You'd think they would by now, wouldn't you? Just the
Forgotten about it.
Once again, I've got the fire bowl here, going full on Charles Binion style here this weekend, and got the Romanian Plash Palatka. If I was an estate agent, I'd be describing this as being somewhat bijou. It's very cosy, but in this plough point configuration, I'll just put you down there. Try and get you level. I've got my Outhaus bedroll here, and yeah, plenty of coverage in here for me. Can lie down. I'm under the cover here. I've got the fire there to keep me warm. If it rains, I might get a little bit wet though, but there's no rain forecast this weekend. It's okay. I'll put my pack down there out the way. I've got the wool blanket and some warm clothing, because even though the weather's glorious now, it's going to chill down later tonight. You've got to be prepared for that this time of year. Got my bag of extra clothing there, which had become a pillow. David Fry's pouch. And then for those that watched 2 videos ago when I was camping up here with the wool blanket, they'd have seen that I prepared tons and tons of wood. Well, that's what's left over there. I've retrieved that from where I stashed it. So I should be burning through that tonight to add a bit of warmth for the wool blanket that I'm using. I might prepare a little bit more, but I'm not going to go too mad. But yeah, it's actually quite comfortable in here, I've got to say. It's quite pleasant. And we've got the fire over there. Be spending the day around the fire and talking lots of nonsense, I suspect. Yeah, what a lovely day to be in the woods.
You've had that quite a while as well, that up time, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think you was one of the first ones to get one, weren't you?
I don't know. I like to think myself a trendsetter, Des.
Yeah.
Brew.
Train spotter.
With a red tape around. Again, another thing dropping.
Another thing you drop off and losing it. Yeah, it's a little bit sort of all over that smoke, isn't it?
Quite nice. Sunbed for a bit.
This is dreamy, this weather, isn't it? It's glorious.
No, we were saying that this morning. It's sometimes fun, isn't it? You see pictures of people, they put them up on Instagram, and their fat wood looks like it's been soaked in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That little piece I got.
Here we go then folks, here's the char cloth. Had that on there for about half hour or so. Let's try a little bit of it, see how it's doing. So if you're not familiar, this is 100% cotton fabric. It's important that it's non-synthetic. And if I throw a spark on it with the ferrocerium rod, it should ignite, it should get an ember in it. And there we go. You put that into a tinder bundle and off you go. So next up for the char tin folks is a bit of punky pine wood from the stump that I've gathered. And, that's hopefully going to char down and make some nice little charcoal chips. So chuck that on the fire now.
Further on in the bosses with some he's either a Merc or a BMW driver, you know, that he's got, and he said some flat out my ring off. So how much do you get? How much? Fucking piece of glass, do you think it? You know, well, there's a bit damage to the housing. It was primarily the glass, it's so fucking technical now. I can't believe it, yeah. Can you not get a shaving mirror from fucking Wilco put it in or something, you know?
Yeah, he was telling me about that last weekend, about that guy.
A lot of it was a squatters camp, which the current residents resent you referring to after the war. My wife's dad, when he was demobbed, they were placed out there for accommodation because there was nothing else going on at the time. And then they moved them into King's Farm at Gravesend, which was built primarily, originally, it was purpose of building that.
You're not going to believe what I've just seen. I enjoy hunting for the wildlife when I'm up here, but I never thought I'd see this. I'm just looking at it now, I've got to be really careful because it's nesting season. You've got to be careful. I've only ever seen these in captivity. You see them up and down the country, always. Normally from about just after Christmas until just before Christmas, you normally see them, and they make a roaring trade. The market traders, the people that sell them, and to see one in the wild, it's unbelievable. It's a real treat. I've never seen one before in the wild. Let me bring you in closer, and we'll have a look. A Cadbury's cream egg. As you can see, it's in the nest. really exciting. They're edible. The cream eggs. This is why there's so many in captivity, because they're quite a sweet edible treat. But you never see who lays them. You never see anyone laying them about. So that means that there could be a grown up one of these walking around in this woodland somewhere. Probably quite close. They're probably going to come back and they've got to sit on the nest later to keep the egg warm. So I'm going to keep an ear out, keep an eye out for it, to see what comes up of it. But interesting fact about these, when you're eating them, because they're quite tasty, quite a delicacy in certain parts of the world. When you're eating these, you should never ever look a man in the eye, especially when you're eating the yolk. Never ever look a man in the eye. Amazing. Right, I'm going to get back to camp. Here's the spoon so far. Unfortunately, I don't know if it will come up on the lens, but I've got a bit of a crack developing there. Well, not developing, there is a crack running all the way down there and along there. So I think I'm going to remove that now and turn it into a teaspoon, or something more teaspoon sized. Hey ho, that's what happens, unfortunately. Nice bit of chestnut though, it's coming out nice.
Yeah?
Action.
Do it.
That's alright, isn't it?
Probably could done with the arrow or been a bit. Still quite an avatar arrow, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you catch anything? Have we got dinner?
No, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's come out, but it's attached.
Oh, the flint, yeah.
Yeah, so
But
that was my only concern. I was worried about losing the flint.
well, I was hoping you'd catch dinner.
So it worked. I think it could have been obviously a little bit more flighty in the bow and everything else, but I'll try it without the flint in it. I'm just worried about losing the arrowheads, that's all.
That's alright, isn't it?
It's
It flew well.
alright-ish.
Flew well. You can just fly it without the arrows, just for a bit of practice. That's good. Cheers. Well, that's quite nice.
It should really affect you.
So this is dinner for this evening. Nice bit of lamb because it's Easter. And what goes better than with lamb than halloumi? I don't know what. Bit of lettuce and onion and some nice Greek wraps. Gonna get that on the barbecue. On the grill even. Too tiny.
Too tiny, yeah. It's like you're in a posh restaurant now.
Well, this is a very posh restaurant, this.
Asda's on a
Chestnut
bit of
McDonald's.
ash platter, like going into the harvester. at that.
Bit for me.
Now, flat as well. Yeah, good. Great, right. Well, you must be regular customers there, aren't you?
Oh, if we were down there for 7 days, we'd be in there at least twice. Sometimes, Mary gone mad, we've been there 3 times in the 7 days. You know.
A minted lamb and halloumi kebab. Bit too big for the kebab, but hey ho. I'll get it down, mate. Mmm. That's disgusting. Yeah.
I'm rocking. Very nice.
Don't burn that.
No. Not that, I'm worried about getting out.
Minted lamb and halloumi is a match made in heaven. Now I know you've all been wondering, Barney, what is your growler? When are you going to show us your growler? Well, now's the time. I'm going to get my growler out for you. And here it is. My growler. Brewdog. It's my beer growler, of course. I don't know what else you guys are thinking about. But yeah. It's a aluminium bottle made from recycled aluminium. And it holds a litre of beer. It's probably going to go pop. There we go. And the beer I've got in it this evening, none other than Lef Blonde. I love a bit of Belgian beer, so let's get it going. Got one of the big bottles in here, so there's about 750 mils to get through tonight. Ooh, that's lovely. You wash my grill up for me, Des, please. No?
Yours is quite clean already. You ate it this morning.
Usually.
And there is a, you say
Quite going in on it. Without mentioning the brand name, so I'm going up in the electronic shop and all of a sudden, like we were talking about the flies earlier on, there's an assistant down the shop.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Not yet. Yeah.
Heidi hi campers, hope you're all doing well. What a lovely morning, look at that sunshine. Slept really well last night in the Plash Palatka. I've packed most of it away now. I've just got to clear away the fire scar, but it wasn't too cold last night. Kept the fire ticking over, but I didn't have all my layers of clothing on this time. Just the base layers and the wool shirt and the wool blanket, and keeping the fire ticking over through the night was enough to sort of keep the chill away and keep me nice and warm. So that was quite good, and I got a decent amount of sleep last night as well, which is a bit better than last time. So yeah, I enjoyed that setup. I think it was a bit better like that because it kind of helps you hunker down and keep the warmth in as well, which is better than last time where I had the tarp very open. But yeah, just packing away now. Just getting breakfast on, so some porridge and another cup of tea. I've got some stove by a geezer called DesCattys here. Anyone know DesCattys? Oh, there he is.
It got my best thing there, just I was like scratching your head, like scratching my nits.
Des, thank you very much for the stove. Very grateful for that. It'll be put to good use. And John, as always, a pleasure to camp with you.
Good morning, everybody.
How many cups of tea is that?
That's my third coffee this morning.
Tea, sorry.
Swearing. Fine, sorry.
John,
Don't try me one. You'll be calling me a Yorkshireman next.
Yeah,
John.
that's it. Yeah.
John doesn't do tea, folks. He's if you cut him open or you cut him, he bleeds coffee. I think
Bleeds it.
pure coffee.
Pure coffee. Yeah.
And then the final note is just to say thank you to Ross, who volunteers to manage this woodland here, along with John and others, because he found a spoon here that I lost back in November when I was camping up here with John, and it really annoyed me when I lost this spoon. I won't lie. It's one that I carved on a previous video, and if I remember, I'll put a link to the video up here in the corner. Where I carved this spoon. It's made out of a bit of ash that I recovered from the firewood pile. And then Ross was up here the other day and he actually found it and he left it here for me. It's a bit grubby, a bit dirty at the minute. It's been sitting in the woods for about 6 months. But I'm going to take it home, give it a clean, give it an oil and see how it comes. Hopefully put it back into service. Don't worry, I shan't be eating my porridge with that today. But yeah, thanks again Ross for finding that, that's very much appreciated. I don't know if you watch the videos or not, but I'll say thank you anyway. I'll leave you there for now. I'll bring you back later.
The last 2 times I've been out, I've not put the film there underneath the bike. We're sliding around a bit more. Lift onto the ground sheet a bit better. This is where it warms up and that starts. And that little bug net I bought at the 10th Wonder one, just put out the 10th Wonder top because it's got set up as like a knife and it's got like D-rings that hang down.
Yeah.
So you have to tie it off to that. The line having 2 in the right place. That was just when the Neo air pad out, just put that in. It's got a ground sheet and whatever.
Heidi hi campers, all packed up now. Cleared our rubbish away, left no trace. Fire scar there is still smouldering away. John's hanging around for a little bit longer, so he's going to clear that away before he leaves today. But yeah, it's been a nice camp. Great to see these fellas again. Great to see Des and John.
Yeah.
Thanks for your company, chaps. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
And I'll bid you all farewell. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you again in the next one. Let me know what you think, and bye for now.